Today we're going to be going over weak hand with the draw. First thing we're going to do is be safe. We're going to make sure our gun is unloaded and we have no ammo near us. I have nothing on my belt, not even magazines. And let's check the gun. Nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth, nothing to feed it, nothing in its mouth. Safe direction. Try fire. Let's get into weak hand shooting very first, and then we'll get into the draws right after. So when we're talking about weak hand shooting, we're talking about with our support hand. We're not using our strong hand. We're not shooting freestyle. We're one-handed with our hand that we don't normally use. So the first thing we're going to do is blade, just like when we do when we're strong hand only shooting. We're going to blade, we're going to get our weight forward, very much forward. Sink into the ground, balls of the feet, push into the ground, grab the ground with your feet, get your knee forward, your slight bend in the knee. We're going to get our shoulders forward, we're going to get our head forward. We're getting the weight really out there to help counteract how the gun is going to move us, because now we're missing this hand that helps us so much. We're only using this hand. As with our strong hand, we're going to lock our arm completely out, keep it locked out. We're going to pull our arm into our arm socket, so that's a backward motion. We're going to go in and down. And now we're going to do it with the gun. Okay, so we're weight forward. Very nice. Then we're going to lock our arm in and down into the socket. There we go. And that's very strong and very stable. That's what we're looking for when we're shooting one-handed. Something strong, something stable. When we're aiming, that's another big part of it. Is some people like to can it to get to their other eye, their strong eye, but you don't have to do that. All you have to do is move the gun where it's sitting up and down straight. You just gotta move it from this eye to this eye. There we go. So it's just a slight arm movement over. And that's actually going to help with the recoil, because now it's getting more towards the center of your body too. The trigger press is the exact same. It's just with your support hand. So you may have to train a little bit of your trigger control with your support hand to get used to that movement, because it's very difficult going from doing something strong hand all the time to try and make it the same with the other hand. So take some time to learn the trigger control and the trigger control methods, techniques that we've already went over. Try it with your support hand now. So when we're shooting freestyle with our strong hand, we're doing the C-clamp, we're camming, we are locking our wrist into place. It's the same concept when transferring over to the weak hand. We're going to C-clamp in and down. We're going to go ahead and lock our wrists into place, because that's going to help the muzzle flip. We're going to press out. We're going to have a very strong grip. We don't want to grip it to death, but it's going to be a lot of recoil for one hand, especially our weak hand. So we want a really good amount of strength put into this. But C-clamp, we're going to go ahead and lock our wrists, keeping our trigger very nice. It's going to be a loose. Moving our trigger finger, because we don't want to grip so hard that we get trigger freeze and our trigger finger is super stiff. That's why we need to find that in between. Good. Go ahead and try that a few times with your stance and adding the grip into it along with the aiming and the trigger control. I know it's a lot, but we need to get this down before we move ahead to draw. The beginning of the draw for weak hand is basically the same. So what we're doing is getting our arm in the correct place. As we come up, we're going to grab the gun, then come out. That's where, if you have a safety, the safety comes off here. But instead of creating your freestyle grip, we're going to come underneath and put our pointer finger with our support hand, with our weak hand, on the side of the gun. As we come in, it's on the side of the gun. The other fingers are going to come underneath the trigger guard. Our right hand, our thumb is going to go ahead and move over the heel of the gun. Heel of the gun is going to move over to make room for your support thumb to move over to the side. Then we're going to pull our right hand off of the gun so that our support fingers can finish their grip underneath the trigger guard. And then from there, you can seat the gun with your strong hand, seat the gun into your grip a little bit more if you feel like you need to. I really like doing it that way because then it ensures that I get a really good grip from the draw off the start with my weak hand, because it's very important. Everything matters when it comes to weak hand shooting because it's so odd and unnatural for us. So seating it in, and that's where we start building our really good grip. Our C-clamp, go ahead and lock your wrist into place and then aim and press when you're ready. So let's go over that again. We're going to normally draw, and you'll be in different like foot positions and stuff, but let's just say we're allowed to be in our shooting stance for weak hand shooting just for this. Okay, we're going to draw. We're going to click the safety off. We're going to come with our finger, with our support hand on the side of the gun. Roll those fingers underneath the trigger guard, move your right thumb out of the way, left thumb takes its, support side takes its place. Then we're gonna come in, seat the gun into our hand, press out, getting our good grip, our sights, and press. It's important to have a very high grip as well. Same with our strong hand, same when we're freestyle. High grip is going to make a huge difference in how the gun recoils and how you can maintain that recoil, control it. I just want to briefly go over on muzzle direction. Muzzle direction is key in this because we don't want to be pointing the gun like super far this way or this way or this way. It's straight down range the whole time. There may be a little bit of a degree difference, but we're going to be very safe when we're doing this. So be conscious of where your muzzle is as you're drawing, both strong side, both weak side, and as well as when you're doing freestyle as well. Now let's start in different foot positions while doing this draw. So let's do starting in position, and we're going to kind of pick up the speed a little bit on this. Change up the hand position. All right, now let's say we're standing in a line. So I'm going to move my support leg forward, which is going to be like my strong leg since I'm weak side. Anyway, I'm right-handed and I'm going to be shooting left-handed. So I'm going to move my left foot forward to get into my bladed position. Now let's do, move my right leg, because I'm right-handed, right leg back when I'm shooting weak hand. Same thing as with strong hand, we're bringing our hand, we're not using to our chest. Make it nice and easy, bring it straight to our chest. There we go. All right, and that's weak hand shooting with the draw.